specification limit? Is it known to you?
Customer requirement.
Come again, Sanjay.
Customer requirements.
Customer requirement, beautiful. Any product, customer will give some specification. 100 plus or minus 0.5 is a customer requirement. Customer can be end user, customer can be internal, customer can be external, right? Don't worry about whoever it is. He always gives specification. Now, what is this 100 called? 100 is the targeted value. Plus or minus 0.5. When I add 0.5 to 100, now I get 100.5. This 100.5 is called upper specification limit. When I subtract the tolerance 100 minus 0.5, that becomes 99.5. Now 99.5 is called what? Lower specification limit. If you know already, and that's a beautiful scenario. So USL, LSL. And now any process will also have control limit. That just now we learned upper control limit and lower control limit. So the success and failure of the business depends on relative position of the control limit and the specification limit. Success or failure of any business depends purely on relative position of specification limit and control limit. And now let me play a video to understand how business becomes successful and how business becomes failure. First video. A bath. The elephant is taking a bath in the bathtub. Now tell me, is that the elephant is really enjoying the bathing or is it really struggling?
Struggling.
Struggling.
Why is it struggling? Why is it not able to enjoy?
Total that area of that bathtub is lesser than what is his actual.
Very good. The relative size of the elephant and the tub makes the situation challenging. Tub size is almost equal to the elephant size. How can the elephant comfortably take the bath? That is the problem, right? And so if I consider the elephant as the business process, if you make your process size almost equal to the customer tolerance, your business also will struggle, right? And you can easily convert the struggle into a pleasure by here, I will increase the size of the tub. But in a business, it's not possible, but you can control your process, right? And we will come to that. Now let me increase the size of the tub and let's see how. Oh, one second. I'll play it again, don't worry. All right. So the second video, the tub size is increasing. The elephant really enjoying its bath for the simple reason that the tub size is bigger or the size of the elephant is smaller compared to the size of the tub. This is what can happen in your business also. If you make your process tolerance smaller compared to the customer tolerance, because customer tolerance is not in your control, but process tolerance is in your control. You can improve your process and you can make the control limits as closer as possible, right? So just simply, if you make sure the process tolerance is smaller compared to the customer tolerance, your business can change from challenge to a pleasure, right? So this is the customer tolerance and this is the process tolerance. Both are almost same, or process tolerance is more than customer tolerance. That will make your business fail. But when your customer tolerance is this much, but process tolerance, see here, customer tolerance defined by USL, LSL. USL means upper specification limit, LSL means lower specification limit. And process is defined by upper control limit and lower control limit. If you simply manage to get your control limit well inside the specification limit, you are making your business a successful one. If you are not able to get the control limit inside the spec, what will happen? Customer will reject your products. And that's how business fail, right? So making sure process tolerance smaller than customer tolerance can make your process capable in terms of delivering outputs meeting customer requirement. However, when the process tolerance is more than customer tolerance, your process cannot be capable. It will anyway produce defective item. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. One more simple example, if you still